So most people freeze, they stall, they feel put on the spot when asked, so who are you and what do you do? I actually experienced that just this morning at a networking event where someone was, really struggled to articulate in a short amount of time who they are and what they do. All right, so can you sell your business in under 1 minute? Are you able to actually articulate who you are and what you do and get it across quickly, informatively, and succinctly? Not everyone has the skill mastered, and when you're talking to people, sometimes you get literally 1 minute to explain who you are. This is the reason why it is called an elevator pitch. If you think about the average time an elevator has, you literally have 1 minute to try and explain yourself. So my name is John, part of the Engeli team here, and I was asked to do this video because I'm very blessed and favored that over the last 5 years with the networking organization, I have taken the award for top networker in the city for 5 concurrent years. So now here are some tips how to pitch your business in one easy roll in 60 seconds. So you always start with who you are and what you do. So you share, so I used to, overcomplicate. I'm John and I do this and I do this, and I would use way too much technical jargon and just say, this is what I do. I do consulting. But that doesn't make sense to everyone because they're not part of your world. So an example of, if you are a beautician, don't just say, I'm a beautician. Actually look at the need behind that. So I'm a beautician, or you can say, I empower people to feel their best selves by making them look great. That already makes a person want to go, ooh, tell me more about what you do, compared to just saying beautician. You explain the pain point you solve for your client. So after you explain what you do, or at least, the pain point you solve, you then describe how you do it. So in this space, what you do is you don't go too technical. So for example, with what I do, I may be a consultant, but I help companies navigate the complexities of the diversity, equity, inclusion landscape. That makes you go, I want to know more. So after you explain that, you then share maybe a practical story, because people relate to stories. So you can explain a pain point or a problem that a client had that you solved for them. If you are a plumber, for example, and someone, you went and you helped someone fix the blocked drain, actually tell that story. There was a client, he had a problem, the water was backing up in his house. I went and I was able to unblock the drain for them. That makes you more relatable. People understand. Whereas if you go and you say, well, I weld pipes and I connect this and I do this, people might not be able to relate to you as easily. So actually use practical stories and other problems you have solved for other people. That may trigger someone to think, I need that too. Or, I know someone who does that too. And then at the end, to close it off, after you've introduced yourself, the sort of pain points you solve, you then always have a call to action. So who are you looking for? Who is that perfect client you are looking to connect with? So if you are a plumber, you might be looking for homeowners who have got plumbing issues. Today I heard a plumber asking for a very specific request. They were looking for anyone who was connected to septic tanks. You defined it from a very broad focus to a very specific focus. Because if you say, I'm just looking for anyone who has plumbing, that doesn't make me think of who your perfect client would be. But if you say, I'm looking for homeowners, okay, I think I know people who own a home. They live in an area that uses a septic tank. Okay, I know someone who uses a septic tank. You're taking it from broad to narrow focus to make people really think about who they can, connect you with. It's the same concept as saying, I'm looking for anyone who needs this, or I want to talk to everyone who owns a home. That doesn't help me picture that perfect person for you. And if you think about it, if you open your phone and go to your contacts, do you actually have a contact called anyone? Do you have a contact that is called everyone? No, you do not. But if you say, I'm looking for this person who works in this field, It helps me narrow down my 1,000, 2,000 contacts in my phone or on my LinkedIn down to a very niche group of people that I can then go and introduce you to. So to summarize, you introduce yourself, you describe the pain point you do. Do not keep it technical. I am not an expert in your world, so if you use too much jargon, I'm not going to understand what you're saying. You explain a potential problem or a solution you offer, and then you end it with a call to action. And so practice this, practice it. And once you get it under a minute, whenever you're at a networking event or someone, randomly asks you, so what do? You have got it ready, you've got it well rehearsed, and you can keep it under a minute before you lose the attention of the person you're speaking to. And that's how you deliver a 60-second elevator pitch. Thank you.